Okay, so yet again, I have to make up that I'm actually having this interaction with someone. So, Aaron, you will be the late client, which I'm sure you're never late. So, again, this scenario is totally make believe. And I am your esthetician, so you're coming to my spa, and unfortunately, you're 15 minutes late. So, just kind of getting into the scenario, you arrive and you hadn't called the salon or spa. You didn't communicate with the spa that you were 15 minutes late. Now, had you communicated with the spa, depending on how the spa is set up and their policies, I would hope that the receptionist would look at my schedule and see see what the client you had booked, and then see when my next client is. If there's time, obviously between when you arrive and the length of service that you're requesting, then that would work out just fine. And I don't even know if I would make a thing out of being late. I would just emphasize that I was so glad that I was able to accommodate the time that we needed to move around your appointment so that you could take advantage of the full experience. So I don't think I wouldn't personally want to harp on you're 15 minutes late, our salon has a policy, here it is in writing, please make sure you're on time. That's uncomfortable. And if you're calling, I think that that's leaps and bounds ahead of most people. Unfortunately, that just doesn't seem like common sense to call within that 15-minute time period. Now, let's say you didn't call. Okay, so you would come in, you'd meet with my receptionist. Obviously, at this point, I would have had communication with my receptionist. I would have looked at my schedule and said, hey, if she arrives by this time, we're going to be fine. Anything after that, obviously get me, and we'll have to have a discussion about just how we can work around a schedule or a time that's better suited for her and her needs. So, meaning you. Okay, Erin, so you come in, you meet with the receptionist, and unfortunately, I've booked someone right after your service. And the length of time required for your service, because you're late, we just wouldn't be able to complete the service. So that conversation is going to go a little something like this. You're coming in, you're talking to the receptionist, I step up. Hi, Erin, it's so good to see you. I'm glad you made it on time. You'll probably say something like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm so late. I hope I'm not too late for my appointment. And then I would just educate her. I would try to stay away from negative words like unfortunately or it's too bad you're so late, things like that. That sets the tone. And I try to stay away from negative words when I'm dealing with people in sales scenarios and customer service. So keeping it upbeat and positive, trying to at least. I would say, obviously I'm glad that you're here safe and sound. I was looking at the schedule and the service that you requested, and we only have another 40 minutes until I have a customer or I have my next client. So here's what we can do. We can either modify your service, which means you're not going to get the full experience, which I would much rather you have the full experience, but like I said, we can modify it and take advantage of those, of the 40 minutes that are left, maybe even 30 by the time that you get changed and situated in the room. Or what we can do is let's take a look at the schedule and see when we can get you in as soon as possible. It looks like for today I am booked solid. But I was able to look at my schedule for tomorrow, move some things around, modify my lunch, and I'm pretty sure I can get you in for the full service at 11 o'clock. Is that going to be something that works for you? Well, I really want to be seen today. I was only I'm only 15 minutes late. Why can't you fit me in? I completely understand. Believe me, when I want to get my services done, That's something that is definitely a priority, and I appreciate the fact that it's a priority for you. The only thing I can do at this point is just modify the service, make it something that's only 30 minutes long, maybe just cleanse your face, put on a nice mask, get you out the door with some really good moisturizer, and then we can reschedule. But as far as doing the deep dive, as far as your skincare needs and really evaluating and assessing your skin at this point, I'm not going to have enough time for that. We are not going to have enough time for that. And it's important that we do, because your skin is my priority and our time together is valuable. So it's completely up to you. But like I said, I was able to move some things around tomorrow, shift some lunches, get that time that we needed together. And if you can make that happen, I'd be really excited to see you tomorrow. You're going to pick tomorrow. Great choice. Receptionist, why don't we go ahead and get that set up? Make sure we've got her phone number in the system. We'll definitely call to confirm, just as an extra special courtesy. And if anything changes, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. And I'm so glad that you're safe, and I'm excited to see you tomorrow.